Alright, let's talk blades. That's what we're into. Today I got for you another CRKT. It is a Kit Carson design. So let's get right into it. This is the CRKT M21-14SFG EDC. And if you just want to look it up, it's just CRKT M21 if you want to just do it like that. Another Carson design. I'm pretty much a fan of Carson. CRKT Carson designs. Pretty good. Pretty good. Nice big handle. Nice big blade. It's got the VEF serrations, which are nice. Very, very thin. I think that's the only thing I don't like, is the fact of how thin the material is, the metal is, when it comes to the serrations. But I mean, it's there. It's very. Oh yeah. So this has a very interesting locking mechanism right here. You cannot disengage the lock. It will not lock or unlock unless you press this down right here, hold it down, and then press this in, and now you're able to close the knife. This would-be thumb stud is actually, to me, I mean, a lot of people say it's a thumb stud, and I think it is. I just used it as one just now for the first time. But it's more of a stop pin. As you can tell, it stops it from over-traveling when it's closed and over-traveling when it's open. So I think that's kind of a dual purpose there. I really like that. And like I said before, the pocket clip on this knife, or a knife very similar to it that I've done a review on, you can switch the pocket clip in 4 different ways. It's tapped here, here, and here, so you can, you know, tip up, tip down, left or right hand carry, pocket-wise. It's really nice. The only thing that kind of throws me off in this, I don't know why it bothers me, it just does, but this handle has so many holes. I mean, you have the screw holes, obviously, but you also have these unnecessary holes here and here and here and here and here and here, and these two, and then you got the screw holes here and here and there, and I just don't understand that. I mean, it already has these holes here, but it just bothers me how many holes are in this freaking handle. I don't know why it bothers me. It just does. It just looks weird. But, I mean, it's still a good knife. I've carried it for a little bit. I decided to carry it tip down, which I originally wanted to carry it tip up. But that would turn into almost like a wave. I mean, if you do it right, you could wave this out your pocket. I've done it once before. It doesn't come out as smooth, it doesn't come out as great, but it can be done with a little bit of practice. I'm pretty sure you can. So another CRKT. This one is priced at $53.79 on Amazon. And yes, Amazon still has it. They also have another Tonto version of this, which a good friend of mine has, and it looks pretty nice. I thought I had the Tonto version. I didn't. I ended up having this version, which is still just as good. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for Tonto blades. They're just nice. So let's go ahead and get into the specs. I know that's what you guys are waiting for. So, bam. This is kind of a heavy knife. It does have a little bit of weight to it. You're looking at 6.28 ounces. Let's go ahead and do the length on it. That is a 4-inch blade with an overall 9, a little over 9. 9 1/4, looks like, inches altogether. The blade steel is an 8CR14 MOV. And yes, it does have steel liners, but the steel liners are under the G10 handle scales. So it's nice, you know, it's pretty nice. I carried this for a little bit, and then I stopped carrying it because I was cutting open a clamshell, and you can see it right there, right where my finger's touching. One of the serrations was damaged when I was cutting through clamshell packaging for something. I can't remember what, but you can tell if it'll focus. But there's a little bit of damage on there from that cut, and you can see it on there right where my finger is right here. That's a bend, and I stopped carrying the knife because of that. Oh, and right here too, you can also see it right there. See that? I'm touching it right now. That's burr, and you can even see it on this side right here, just a little bit. How damaged this and this area is right here, these two areas. So it's a very, I think it's because I was cutting through thick plastic that it did that, because this is very thin material, and it's, you know, kind of a lesser steel than what I'm used to. So, like I said, it's not a bad knife. It really isn't. It's very substantial for what it is. But I stopped carrying it after that. But I do like it. I do like it a lot. I like the way it feels in the hand. It just has that full knife feel to it. So it's a very interesting knife, to say the least. And if you're wondering how wide it is, check that out. It is a 13.7 on the handle and a 3.2 millimeters on the blade. So I guess it all really just depends on your own preference. I don't use the thumb studs on this, or what I think are thumb studs. I know they have like the little kind of etchings on there, so that way your thumb can get grip on there, and it does work, but it's not readily able to get it. I think snagging one of these little handguard things right here will open it faster. It's kind of like a flipper. So it works. I mean, it's protruding out farther than this end, which I think is a little funny, but I just don't understand why they did that. Why this side's all stubby, but this side's all nice and long. So I'm assuming it's because they don't want to risk, you know, because your fingers are right here, they don't want to risk you going and overriding it if you were to stab into something. So that's always nice. I don't know. I guess it's up to you guys whether or not it's for you or not. It is one of those nice knives from CRKT that kind of caught my eye, and I was fighting myself for the longest time whether or not I really wanted to. But I did it just because, and I couldn't choose which one I wanted, whether it be the Tonto tip or this. I think I wanted this because it looked to me a little bit more traditional for the style of the knife. It just looked a little bit more like it made sense, but I really did like the Tonto version of this knife also, which, like I said, a buddy of mine has, and I think it looks pretty nice in person. So yeah, so CRKT, they did it again with their awesomeness. So stay tuned for some more reviews. I got more coming. See you guys later.